We're at the birthplace of all elite wrestling, Jacksonville, Florida. I run Anthony R. the captain, bring you this action for the Tilla Tournament Series. It's Game 4 of the Bay League Divisional Series between the Santa Barbara Riveters and the Jacksonville Elite. Riveters lead it 2-1, and the Elite are looking to tie it up. Should the Riveters win, they're going to be squaring off against the Garden State Queens. That being said, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Santa Barbara Riveters. And it looks exactly the same, only Posey is going to be pitching. They're going to be squaring off against MJF. That being said, let's go to the field. Ross takes the plate as we're getting ready to get underway. And liner to right center. This is how this game gets underway. And Roz is coming in with a double. On the first pitch she sees, she gets a double out of this. And Olivia's up next, the dangerous DH. And almost got her. And just nips the outside corner for strike one. In the air, center. And Joe has it for out number one. Felicity's up next. And swing and miss a ball, the letters. Strike one. Strike two now. And tries to ring her up, but it's 1-3. 1-2. And golfs at that one. And under is Matthew Jackson for out number two. Cleanup hitter Ella is up next. And foul over to the right side. And in the air to right, to left. And it's foul. And tries to ring her up, but it's 1-2. And got her swinging. One left for the Riveters. Riveters nothing. Elite taking the plate, taking the field. And here's a look at the starting lineup. And we got the same lineup as last time. Dustin Rhodes, then followed by Moxley, Samoa Joe, Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli, Ty Mello, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, and Sam McGuire is going to be rounding up the lineup. They're going to square off against Posey. And here is Dustin Rhodes. And starts at the one outside, 1-0. And deep drive, opposite field, homer! Dustin Rhodes, on the second pitch that he sees, hits a homer, and it's 1-0. The Elite draw first blood. Now time to make way for John Moxley. And over to right, base hit. Run come, ball, throw cuts back in quickly, and in steps Samoa Joe. Outside for ball one. Has a look at Mox. Now the pitch. Nips the outside corner for 1-1. 2-1 now. And swings and misses the ball in the dirt. The Chuck Woolery. Ball 3 now. Full count. Payout pitch coming. And got him swinging. In steps Bryan Danielson. Let's look at Moxley, now the pitch. And outside for ball one. And in there for strike one. And right center, base hit. To third is Moxley, to second is Danielson. And Moxley's being waved home. And it's 2-0 in favor of the Elite. Let's see what Claudio Castagnoli does. Third member of Blackpool Combat Club. And swing and a miss for strike one. And 1-1 waste pitch. Let's look at Danielson, now the pitch. And 1-2 now. And Bryan Danielson goes. Deep drive, opposite field, homer! Claudio Castagnoli, and it's good luck for the Blackpool Combat Club. 4-0 is the score. Ty Mello's up next. And ball one. And on the ground. And the throw is just in the nick of time. We'll see what Matthew Jackson does. And outside for 1-0. And foul over to the right side. And 2-1 now. And swinging and miss a ball in the dirt. To Chuck Woolery. And got him looking. 4-1 score for the lead in the first. To the top of the second we go. And in steps Satindal Giselle. MJF going back to work with the curve. And in the dirt for 1-1. And strike 2. 2-2 now. And got her swinging. Dixie Lee is up next. And in the air, right under is Matthew Jackson. And 2 down in the second. Let's see what Cat does. And strike 1. MJF mouthing, I'm better than you and you know it. 0-2 now. And tries to ring her up, but it's 1-2 now. And in the air to right in foul territory, and it's going to be jumping. It's going to be foul. 2-2 now. And on the ground of the left field line, base hit, and it's going to be a double for Satin Dog Cat. And the dancing agility comes in handy. Speaking of dancers, in steps Moxie, another dancer. And in the air, deep drive. This one's gone! And the Rosies are on the board. 4-2 is the score. Rounding out the lineup is Willow. Let's see what she does. And in there for strike 1. And then over to the left. Base hit. And the agility's kicking in now. As she goes into second. Willow goes into second. 2 outs. And in steps Roz as we head back to the top of the order. And she doubled in her first trip. And foul over to the right side. And, oh, almost got her. And swing and a miss. Strike 1. Strike 2. And got her looking. 2-run shot for the Riveters. 4-2 is the score as we head to the bottom of inning number 2. Kicking things off with Nicholas Jackson. And nowhere close. 1-0. And foul over to the right side. And on the ground, foul over to the left side. And nowhere close to the plate. 2-2. And got him swinging. In steps Sammy Guevara. And just misses. Strike ball 1. Missed again. 2-0. And swing and a miss again. The 2-1. In there. Chuck Woolery count. Chuck Woolery. And I say this before and I'll say it again. I'm questioning the strike zone. It's a full count. And got him swinging. In steps Dustin Rhodes as we go back to the top of the order. Solo shot his first trip. And nips the outside corner, 1-1. And in the air, right field, left field, base hit. And he's thinking 2 off the bat. And he's going to get a 2-out double out this one, Dustin Rhodes. And steps Moxley. He singled and later scored. And just misses badly, 1-0. On the ground, foul. Let's look at Dustin, now the pitch. Misses badly again, 2-1. And on the ground, back over to Posey. Posey over to Felicity for out number 3. None shall pass. 4-2 is the score. Head to the top of inning number 3. Starting with Sandow Olivia. And nips the outside corner for strike 1. And MGR trying to go back to work, but it just misses outside 1-1. Inside 1-1. And the left. And Nicholas Jackson puts it away for out number 1. Sandow Felicity's up next. And strike 1. 1-1 now. In the air. Shallow right center. And Joe has it for out number 2. Let's see what Sandow does. Strikeout victim her first trip. And on the ground. Throw to first is in time, and that'll be that. 1-2-3 go the Rosies. They trail it 4-2. In steps Samoa Joe as we're getting ready for the bottom of inning number 3. On the ground, foul. Lays off on the ball in the dirt, 1-1. And nips the corner, 1-2 now. 2-2 now. The Chuck Woolery. And Minor, base hit for Samoa Joe. Brian Downson's up next. He doubled his first trip. And Minor, base hit. And Samoa Joe's heading to third. To second is Danielson. And he is in there, just in the nick of time. Let's see what Claudio Castagnoli does. He homered his first trip. And that one misses badly, 1-0. And foul over to the right side. And ball 2 now. Let's look at the runners now, the pitch. Lays off, 3-1. And foul. In foul ground over the right. And this is going to hit foul. And in the air. Deep drive. Out of here! He did it again. Only this time it's a 3-run Johnson. For Claudio Castagnoli. 7-2 is the score in favor of the Elite. And in steps Ty Mello. And foul over to the left side. And 1-1 now. And nips the outside corner, 1-2. And in the air, deep drive. That one's gone! Solo shot for Ty Mello, 8-2 is the score. The leader on the roll. They want to make sure that they tie up the series, keeping this away from the Riveters. Matthew Jackson takes the plate. On the ground, Posey over to Felicity, and Matthew Jackson's retired. Let's see what Nicholas Jackson does, the other EVP. And outside, 1-0. And back over to Posey. Posey over Felicity, and 2 down. And Sammy Guevara's up. He struck out last time. And misses it just along the outside corner, 1-0. And swinging to miss a ball in the door, have him fooled, 1-1. And on the ground, throw to first is in time, and that'll be that. 4-run score, 8-2 is the score in favor of the Elite. And let's see what Giselle does as we're getting ready for the top of inning number 4. And Samoa Joe has it. 1 pitch, 1 gone. Next up is Dixie Lee. MJF back to work. Just gets a strike out of that one. And 1-1. And nips the outside corner, 1-2. And got her swinging. Next up is Cat. Doubled her last trip. And strike 1. And in the dirt, 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2 now. And on the ground, over to Claudio, and that'll be that. 1-2-3 go the Riveters. 8-2 is the score in favor of the Elite. Speaking of which, they're getting ready to lead off from bottom of inning number 4. To the top of the order we go for Dustin Rhodes. And outside for ball 1. Ball 2 now. And minor over foul. 3-1 now. And right side, and Cat has it for out number 1. Moxley's up next. And way late on that one, swing and a miss. 1-0. 0-1. Back over to Posey. Posey with Felicity, and Moxley's retired. Next is Samoa Joe. Misses badly on that one, 1-0. On the ground, foul. 2-1 now. And right side, left center field gap, base hit, and it will get rattled over at the wall. And Samoa Joe's in there for a double. Let's see what Brian Danielson does. 2 trips, 2 doubles, and foul. And right down Broadway, 0-2. And runner goes. 1-2 now, and the weather retreats. And got him looking. Samoa Joe stands alone. 8-2 is the score. To the top of inning number 5 we go. And in steps Moxie. And in there for strike 1. In the dirt now, 1-1. And tries to get in there, but it's 2-1. Back over to MJF. MJF to Claudio for out number 1. In steps Willow. She doubled her in her first trip. And we're on the ground. Bell to Claudio for out number 2. Let's see what Roz does. Strikeout victim for her last trip. And swing and a miss on that one. Strike 1. And strike 2. And got her looking. 1-2-3 go the Riveters. 8-2 is the score. To bottom of number 5 we go, starting with Claudio Castagnoli. 2 homers in his 2 trips. And, almost a homer. Almost a hat trick. And 1-1 now. One, 2-1 now. And on the ground, foul. The truck Woolery. 3-2 now. Power pitch coming. And in the air, deep drive. For the 3rd time in this game, he did it again. Back-to-back-to-back homers for Claudio Castagnoli. 9-2 is the score. The Blackpool Combat Club couldn't be prouder. Timello has it in the air, the center, and Willow puts it away for out number 1. In steps Matthew Jackson. And base hit for Matthew Jackson. Throw goes back in quickly, and in steps Nicholas Jackson. 0 for 2 in the game. And juts it foul over to the right side. Liner foul over again. And got him swinging. He's 0 for 3 now. Let's see what Sammy Guevara does. And swing and a miss. Strike 1. And on the ground foul. And got him looking. 1 left for the Elite. Solo shot from Claudio. 9-2 is the score. In steps Sandoval Olivier as we're getting ready for the top of inning number 6. And it's in there for strike 1. And in the air to right center. Base hit. And it rattles up against the wall. And Olivia's thinking 2. And she will get 2. Leadoff double for Sandoval Olivia, the dangerous DH. And in steps Felicity. On the ground foul. And swing and a miss, strike 2. And 1-2 now. And got her swinging. In steps Olivia. In the dirt, ball 1. And in the air, center base hit. And it's going to land into Samoa Joe's glove, excuse me, for out number 2. In steps Giselle. And swinging and missing the ball in the dirt, 1-0. 0-1, excuse me. 0-2 now. Got her looking. 1 left for the Satin Dolls, the Riveters. 9-2 is the score. And we go back to the top of the order once more for Dustin Rhodes. And swing and a miss, strike 1. And in the air, and has it. The Cat has it for out number 1. Moxley's up next. Back over to Posey. Posey to Felicity for out number 2. Let's see what Samoa Joe does. 2 for 3 in the game. Back over to Posey, Felicity, and that'll be that. 1, 2, 3 go the Elite. They still lead at 9-2. To the top of inning number 7 we go. For Dixie Lee. And in there for strike 1. MGF going back to work. And ball strike number 2. 1-2 now. And in the air, deep drive, and a boom boom! Solo shot for Dixie Lee. It's now 9-3 in favor of the Elite. Next is Sandal Cat. And in there for strike 1. Strike 2 now. On the ground, MJF bobbles it. And the runner safe. Score that in E1. And Moxie's up next. Ball 1 now. 1-1 now. Let's look at Cat now the pitch. And right center, base hit, and spiral up the wall. To third is Cat. The second is Moxie. And the runner being waved home. And it's now 9-4 in favor of the Elite. Rivers trying to catch up and try to end the series. As Sandoval Willow makes her way to the plate. And ball 1 inside. 1-1 now. And 1-2. Ball 2. Back over to MJF. MJF over to Claudio for out number 1. And the runner goes to third. We'll see what Ross does as we head back to the top of the order. Back over to MJF. MJF over. And 2 for the price of 1. That's an outie. Only 2 score. But every little bit helps. 9-2. And time to get up and stretch. steps Brian Danielson. Outside, ball 1. And ball 2 now. And in the air, deep drive. It's fair. It stays fair. That one's out of here. The American Dragon is alive and well, so it's now 10-4. It's a radio game in favor of the Elite. 10-4. We're going to have a pitcher change. Sandow Mia is going to be taking over. Claudio Castagnoli. All 3 of his trips have been homers. Can he add number 4? And let's find out for sure. And swing and a miss. 1-1. 2-1 now. 2-2. The Chuck Woolery. And tries to ring him up, but it's 3-2. And ball 4. In steps Ty Mello. And swing and a miss. 0-1 now. Let's look at Claudio. Now the pitch. And on the ground, foul. 1-2 now. And throw over to first. Claudio back. And Claudio's going. Got her swinging. And Claudio back. And Matt Jackson's up next. And throw over to first. And retreating is Claudio. Matthew Jackson. Ball 1. Let's look at Claudio again. Now the pitch. And swing and a miss. 1-1. And swing and a miss. 1-2 now. Outside. Chuck Woolery. And in the air to right center. Base hit. And the third is Claudio. And Ty Mello's going to be moving. And Matthew Jackson's going to be moving to second. And the runner's going to be waved home. And they're going to get him at third. And safe is Matthew Jackson. And Nicholas Jackson's going to be taking the plate now. 0 for 3 in the game. 1-0 now. Throw over second. Runner back. In there for strike 1. 2-1 now. And in the air, base hit. And runners are going to be at the corners. And in steps Sammy Guevara, who's 0 for 3 in the game. And ball 1 now. And in the air, to right, base hit. 1 run's going to score, if not 2. And the runners are going to be in scoring position. 11-4 is the score in favor of the Elite. And in steps Dustin Rhodes. Unnatural. And in the air, deep drive. That one's gone. 3-run Johnson for Dustin Rhodes. Elite's on a roll here as it's 14-4. Let's see what Mox does. Outside, ball 1. In the air, center, and that'll be that. 5-run score, 14-4 is the score. To the top of inning number 8 we go. In steps Olivia, and we're going to have a pitching change. Adam Copeland's going to be taking over. And in the air, Johnny got a boom boom! Solo shot from Olivia on the first pitch she sees. And right out of the bullpen, Adam Copeland gives up a homer. 14-5 is the score. Sandow Felicity is up next. Strike 1. Only a solo shot, but every little bit helps. Rivers trying to get back in this. And into right, under is Matthew Jackson for out number 1. In steps Satendal Ella. Pop up. Brian Danielson. 2 down in the 8th. Let's see what Giselle does. Swing and a miss, strike one. Strike two. And got her looking. Solo shot for Olivia. 5-4 is the score. Nothing doing too much, but every little bit helps. To the bottom of inning number 5. In number 8 we go. Samoa Joe's up. Let's see what he does. It's ball one. And ball two now. Closers in the bullpen, trying to close things out for the ninth. And in the air to right center, left center, and base hit. And puts it away for out number 1 for Moxie, excuse me. And see what Brian Danielson does. Outside, ball one. And on the ground, Roz over to Felicity for out number 2. See what Claudio Castagnoli does. He's been on fire. Ball one. Can he keep the flame going? Especially for the sake of the Blackpool Combat Club. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Comes up empty one more time. 1-2 now. And on the left side, base hit. He's keeping the hot streak going. And in the second, and he will get there. And let's see what Ty Mello does. Claudio's been on fire. 1-0 now. And on the ground, foul. 2-1 now. And here goes Claudio. And, had the distance, but it's going to end up a souvenir foul. And Claudio goes again. Foul again. And just misses. 3-2. And ball 4. Tom Ellen's aboard. Insets Matthew Jackson. 1-0 now. And in the air, deep drive to the track, to the wall. It's gone! Matthew Jackson, a 3-run Johnson. We should change the Young Bucks names from Jackson to Johnson. And work out how the pitcher change in steps to tap dancing. The tap dancer Fireball Darla. On the ground, it gets through the infielders, and it's going to be a base hit for Nicholas Jackson. And in steps Sammy Guevara. And tails back inside for 0-1. And 1-1 now. And in the air, base hit. To third is Nicholas Jackson, and Samuel Guevara is going to make it. And to third is Samuel Guevara, and it's 18-5 as Nicholas Jackson scores. And the elite bat around here as we get back to the top of the order for Dustin Rhodes, and swings and misses, strike one. The elite bat around. 1-1. Two and one now. And swing and a miss, 2-2. The Chuck Woolery. 3-2 now. First going to be on the move this time. And got him looking. 4-run score on a bat around from the elite. Last chance for the Riveters. In steps Dixie Lee. 2 words now. Send hook. Strike one. And under is Sammy Guevara for a liner. Caught. And Cat is up next. And in the dirt. She reached on narrow last time. And on the ground. And Claudio will take it himself. Last chance for the Riveters as Moxie takes the play. And swing and a miss, strike one. And on the ground. And that'll be that. We're going to reconvene over in Santa Barbara. 18-5 is the final score. The series is officially tied at 2. As you can see, MJF's the winning pitcher, Posey the losing pitcher. And it was a dominant force. And the Elite knew that they were going to have their work cut out for them. And they officially tied the series. And so taking a look at the homers, it's been all Elite, if you would. And as you see over there, it's Dustin Rhodes, Claudio Castagnoli, and scoring the most of them. And on the Elite side, and the Riveter side, Olivia and Moxie and Dixie scoring one apiece. But it's been all Elite for the most part. Well, folks, that's going to do it. Once again, we're going to be reconvening over in Santa Barbara, California, Riveters country, for game number 5. This will decide who gets to face the Garden State Queens. Until then, this is Anthony Hart, Captain, saying so long, and tune in again for more spectacular Tiller Tournament action. And once again, do it for Michael Tiller!